I hate the Houston Rockets offense, yet it is the best offensive rating team offensively in the NBA so far, but they are second in isolation plays, isolation baskets. As you see here, Houston Rockets know what's coming. Şengün, ISO from the elbow, from the wing, and he's going to go into his move, get into it, shoot up his square. Rockets fans have seen this. But again, guys, I just hate isolation heavy teams, and I ask you, please comment down below, is this sustainable? They are a great offensive rebounding team. We know that historically they're very good so far, historically, but is it sustainable? Look at this. Miami Heat are first. I'll show you the chart a little bit. They are first, but they move out of it. They manipulate action. Right here, just very stagnant, very action. And don't tell me, oh, they don't have a point guard. You can run zoom horns action in a pick and roll of the offense without point guard. You just can. Don't tell me you can't. You just can. Why? Look at the Denver Nuggets when they have tons of players using it, and also the Knicks. Also, we saw the Spurs run a little bit of it. I showed you guys what college teams run the Princeton a little bit, but take a look at how they do in the half-court offense. They're ISO heavy. It is literally their whole offense the first weeks of the season, and now it's still 45% of their offense still. Take a look at this, guys. Right here, it's the let me go to work, let me go isolate it heavy. They're not manipulating space, they're just getting after it. And again, we saw a Miami Heat video where they would manipulate space, get cuts and stuff. Again, that is an offensive rebound. They offensive rebound at a high clip. But let me take a look at what I'm talking about, guys, here. Thanks to all NBA podcast with Tim Legler. Right here, Houston Rockets, they're second highest in isolation. You see the blue there. Now, the Heat are first, but they manipulate space. Look at the video below that I showed you. They're running a dribble drive offense that involves moving off the dribble and also cutting off the dribble as well. But the Rockets are not doing that so far. They're very reliant on the dribble in isolation. Now, you're going to tell me, okay, they can't be just doing ISO. Yeah, they do run some plays, and it's some pick and roll stuff. We saw it there that they run a lot of picks here. This is kind of the pick and roll they have here. Trying to get after it. They could have run zoom there, but they didn't. Right here, it's a high ball screen here with Şengün rolling. Very good. Şengün could pick a pop there if he wanted to. Comes over here, looks for a high lob here, and it is effective here for a good basket shot and the and one. But for those of you saying, oh, they don't have a point guard, why do you need a point guard to run zoom action? Let's say, or DHO into a ball screen here, right? DHO right here into a ball screen with Şengün. You don't need a point guard for that, guys. You don't need a point guard for that. They are number one in isolation, by the way. That's a big reason why stats are loving it with offensive rating. Absolutely. I'll show you why in advanced stat why. I question and want comments down below if you guys think this is sustainable for the season. Let's take a look now. You think, hey, what are they doing here? Maybe set play here, going after it. What are they going to do here? Şengün has the ball here. Space it out. But what are we doing here, guys? Houston Rockets fans probably already know. If you've watched the Rockets a lot, you're probably going to know what we're going to try to do here with Şengün here. Try to play the, hey, cook 'em offense right here. But again, we're going to try to attack the rim here. And the cutting they do is really off to the offensive glass. But again, what are we going to look like in the playoffs against teams that are a bit more locked in, a little bit go, and can actually compete offense with you guys? And again, we see this. Şengün actually is a makeable shot for Şengün, let's be honest, right? Just has a bad angle. But again, guys, you've watched the Miami Heat. You've watched the Nugget video that I showed you right here. We're looking at a horn set into a horns flare set. We like that, right? We like that. Horns into flare for KD. Let's get a ball screen now, but they're playing off Thompson because it's kind of tough to do that. And let's see what happens here. We're just going hey, cook 'em offense. Let's go one-on-one. And it's just not what I like to see. I know isolation's been good for Houston. They're a good offensive team so far. But why not run, like I said, some horn stuff out of horns, some zoom, some more ball screen into three-man actions, double screens. And they are a team that can shoot and stretch it forward a little bit better than what I think some people might think of and seen them. But again, this is just something that they've been doing, and it's been frustrating for me to watch when they could absolutely run more stuff. Right here, we have a side ball screen here coming over here. Reason to give it up here for KD. And what are we going to run here? We could have went into maybe some point action or something differently, but hey, we're going to play the let's cook them off and let's try to go one-on-one here. Get after. We're going to crash the glass. Very good offensive rebound team. But again, I ask you guys, and right here, try to save this, but hey, kind of this is an offensive rebound. If you want, right here, Kevin Durant showing he's still got the hops here. But this team is an ISO-heavy team. If you guys want to know what I mean by point action, look at Denver Nuggets video down below that I linked to you. If you like what you see, like and subscribe as well. Let me know what you guys like. This is kind of the offense that I'm not a big fan of because I think it's absolutely college NBA. It is pretty much I'm not going to say easy to guard, but you can kind of focus in. You're going to need a little bit more actions. But again, it's early in the season, so we'll see what happens here. KD for the mid-range here. Go after it. And again, I can show you so many isolation clips and so many other things here. But again, they are an ice heavy team. You guys saw the stats there. Right there. And you see it right here. Coming after it. Get a dribble handoff. And what are we going to do here? We're going to crash the glass when the shot goes up. We're absolutely going to do that, and it's a great form of offense. But again, take a look at this guy, and Kevin Durant can absolutely take this shot. He gets in a crowd here. That's a makeable shot for him. Adams gets a hammer, but it's just different. And let me take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this, please. Take a look at this, guys. The Houston Rockets are Corona Synergy. Yes, they're very good in their offense possessions. Very, very good, right? Transition, they're excellent. They're actually one of the best transition teams so far this season, right? But look at the half court, 0.97. Before a huge Rocket fan says, well, what do you mean you don't like, you hate it? How can you not hate it when it works? Well, is it working in the half court? Absolutely is, because of their offensive rebound. You look at the offensive rebound, it actually makes their points per possession in the half court a little bit better than what it is. But of course, offensive rebound is a huge part of the NBA of basketball, right? But again, I ask you guys, is this sustainable for the playoffs? I don't think so, unless they get more. And you do not need a point guard to run the actions I'm talking about. You do not need one. Sengun going to work. He does this. He's absolutely gets a point per possession out of this. You know he's good. It's a makeable shot for him. Absolutely gets a foul there. We like that. But again, I ask you guys, we have 18 seconds left. We could absolutely get this at 10 seconds, 11 seconds. We have 5 seconds we can run sets here. But we're not. We're just getting into our ISO heavy. We're still going to attack the glass here. We see it right here coming in, crashing. That is part of the offense in itself, right? But I want to see more action. You can always crash the glass, guys. You can always crash the glass. Let's see one more clip here, and let me know what you guys think here. Again, taking a look at this, Sengun bringing the ball up. Again, we know who their ISO targets are. We know who like to play in isolation, and we see Sengun do this for the last 2-3 years here. He has a very good rating with this, but again, tough shot fadeaway. It's a shot he can make, though, constantly. But right here, offensive rebound. But again, I ask you guys, we have 19 seconds on the shot clock, and you're telling me this is okay. You're going to tell me that this is okay. When we can get into action in 12 seconds, we have enough seconds to run some actions into actions, like I talked about, into what? Into whatever you in an ISO, but we're not going to right here. And of course, it is an offense. Houston Rockets are #1 offensive rating, so who am I to say anything? Because they are #1 in offensive rating. I do think a big reason is because A, they're going to transition, which transition is a little bit tougher to do in the postseason, but I think teams are starting to figure out that you actually can win in transition, but also their offensive rebound is insane, right? It is insane. So let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you for watching, and keep your sights on basketball vision.